Well, ask and you shall receive. Welcome to another Tea Time with Jenny, my gentlemen and my gentle ladies. And you asked to see my collection of teacups. I have my fall decor out because I'm never going to put that away until, I guess, the end of fall. But I decided, on the poll that I would accept what y'all said, and I will show you my teacup collection and a few stories that go along with them. Now, let us start with the very first teacup I ever got that started my whole entire teacup collection. This is my wheat teacup. It was the very first one before I even liked tea. I just wanted to collect something. I was like, this is so pretty, and I love it, and I love teacups. I've always loved how they looked. It has a crack in it, right around, I don't know if you can see that, right around that area. So I've never actually been able to drink out of it. It wasn't cracked when I first got it, but when we got it back, because we were on a trip there, my grandma dropped the bag that it was in and it cracked, and I was just too scared to try to drink out of it for my very first teacup. But this is my wheat teacup. As you can see, it has wheat on it, and I absolutely adore this teacup. I remember a lot of when I got these teacups. I don't remember a lot, like all of them. So I have a few stories to go along with them. Let's start with technically my first ever teacup. This is also my oldest teacup. This teacup was made in occupied Japan. So this was my great grandmother's teacup, okay? When I was younger, just a little girl, and my great grandmother died, and my great grandfather was going to be passing away. They let us go through the house and choose things we wanted. I didn't like tea, I didn't like anything. I just liked cute little girl stuff. And so I picked out this teacup, and now it serves as my memory of my great grandparents. And I absolutely, this one is one of my most prized. As you can see behind me is my big tea cabinet. Only in this episode will we be going over my teacups. The next episode we will be going over teapots and sets, I guess you could say. So this one goes in there. A lot of these actually go in there just because I need space, but this one goes on like top shelf display. Next, I remember getting this one. This is what I call my Cinderella cup, as it has all this nice blue decals, and I just really I feel very regal and very fancy when I am drinking out of this cup. This one makes me very happy, but if I had to get rid of cups to make space for more cups, this would probably be one to go. On a similar note, I don't remember when I got this one, but I'm not actually too big a fan of a shape. And as I got this one pretty early on, as my taste refined, I stopped enjoying this little rainbow glaze some of them have in them. I'm sure there's an actual artistic reason for it, but they just aren't my favorite. They don't feel as refined and as dainty to me. And I don't like having them in my collection as often. So this one at some point will probably end up replaced by another teacup. Now this one I got when I was with my grandma, and my other grandma, I think actually as well, and my mom. We were going antiquing, as one does, and I saw this one, and we all kind of fell in love with this one. It's not her favorite color, but one of my best friends, I think she looks lovely in lavender, so this one kind of reminds me of her anytime I see her. I'm like, she would look good drinking out of this cup. I know, that's weird, but I'm a weird person, so you can fire me for that. Sorry. I am 22 and I collect teacups. Here's one that I actually quite love. It isn't by any means one of my favorites, but I remember getting this teacup. I remember passing this teacup in a antique shop, and I struggled for a while. I was like, no, I don't think I will, and I left. And for like the whole next day, I could not stop thinking about this teacup. So I went back and I looked for it and I almost couldn't find it. And I was freaking out. I was going to cry because I couldn't stop thinking about this teacup. Eventually, I found it. And it is now home safe with me. And I absolutely adore it. I don't remember too much about this teacup. Getting it. All I know is that I really love it. It's nice gold lining, and it's just, I drink this when I really want to feel like I'm top notch. So there's that one. It's just small, and cute and pretty. This one, it's inconvenient one, not inconvenient. It's not a conventional teacup. Okay, so it kind of almost is like a coffee cup, but it's not fully. I got this one because it was $1, and it is so hard to find fall teacups. And there's a whole tea set too, but I couldn't afford the whole tea set. Okay, but I had to. It was so cheap, and I really was looking for a fall teacup to celebrate the fall season with. So I'm glad I found one. Now this one was fun. Now, my eczema only comes around on my hands whenever it is about Christmas time. So I was at this point where I could not touch any dish soap, so my poor husband had to clean this one out. This was a candle. There was a tea-scented candle in this one. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, one, there's two uses. Tea and candle that I can burn out of it for a bit. And it just felt so like I would, if I'm wanting to read or something, I would use this one. I would just sip out of this one. This just feels like a reading in a rocking chair kind of book situation. I really like this one. This one makes me happy. Every time I remember the story of me getting that one, it makes me happy. This is Gabe's. Gabe does not like tea, but looky here. It's the only way I can get him to drink out of anything because it is fish-shaped. There's the mouth of the bass going around. And it is super lopsided. But I got him this one, and it sits in one of my cabinets, and he thinks I hide it away. I don't. I actually love this one because it's Gabe's teacup. But I remember just like thinking I can get him to drink out of this one. And no, I can't. He doesn't like tea at all. It is very sad. When I first started, I was just teacup, teacup, teacup. So I didn't care, but I always said it had to come with a saucer. This is a basic one that would probably also end up getting sold for more space. And this is not technically a saucer. Let me reveal it up to next to another one. I don't know what this is, but I wanted the cup, so I had to get the little tiny thing that was not a saucer, but it was part of a tea set. And I was like, then I need to at least get this. Because I was very particular, and am still particular, that it has something to sit on, but this will definitely probably end up in my pass along section of cups. A couple more of just, I went and I found some teacups. This one was my latest one that I got. I just like the shape of it. This one makes me feel very fancy as well. This one makes me feel very dainty. That little flower in the middle. And I think I remember getting this one at an antique store that I was shopping with my husband. I very much liked this one. And then this one makes me feel very regal as well. I just have always liked this one. It's a smaller one, so you don't get much out of it. But it makes you feel like you're drinking more because you keep filling it up. And it's one of my more odd-shaped ones. I don't tend to go for odd-shaped ones, but I tend to like certain ones, like those two. And last but not least, on a trip to Connecticut to see my in-laws' grandfather's 90th birthday, we ended up with this one. So while it's not my favorite, it is from a trip and it is from Connecticut, and I don't want to get rid of it because of that. It holds meaning. A lot of these that hold meaning will not be sold because I just I I have meaning to them. Okay, I'm sentimental. Just sorry. I wasn't drinking any tea today because I wanted to be able to show you all of them all at once. But it all started with this little wheat cup, and at one point I still did not like tea, and now I'm addicted to it. And it took me the right person teaching me about tea for me to enjoy the taste of tea. So thank you to all of you, my gentlemen and gentle ladies. Just a little brief going over my teacups. How many does that make? 16 and counting. And I also have a bunch of pots and stuff to show you for the next time. Well then, until the next times when I get to show you my pots and different little tea decors, y'all have a blessed day.